So, first of all, thank you so much for joining on time. And our topic of today is how to hire the right candidates for your company, right? So, as an HR, it's really essential to know the ways of hiring. Okay. Now, as an hiring process, what we firstly do, we post job, right? And the candidates who want job, they will go through your post, they will go through your company profile and your the job description, the roles and responsibilities, the salary structure and everything. Then they will look out for the company culture and then they will apply. Then what HR does normally, HR will review the CV and they will, like shortlist the candidate if they like, or they will just reject them. So let's start with today's quote, that is, you don't build a business, you build people, and then people build the business. So the sentence, the people build the business, really important because the people you are hiring for your company, they only help you to succeed, they only help you to grow with your business, right? Now, I will introduce DG Grow Hub. We have 12 plus years of trust and with 1 lakh plus professionals. We have 50 plus university collaborations and 100 plus success stories, and you can also see and check on our website and our social media profiles. We have students from 9 plus countries. So you can check here the academic collaboration. We have here collaboration with top universities like IIT, IIM. Then we have collaboration with NMIMS as well. Okay, and right now we are in Pune. So why choose DJ Grow Hub? You can see the network channel with here. On LinkedIn, we have around 3,000 followers. On Facebook, we have around 6.1K members in our group. And on YouTube also, we have many videos. We have many video webinar recordings as well. You can check YouTube for the sessions for other categories like data science or HR or digital marketing. Okay, so now let's come to today's topic, that what exactly you will be learning. Firstly, you will be learning the tips to plan employee recruitment strategy. Then you will be learning some steps for reviewing credentials and applications. Then we'll give you guidance for the right job interview questions. And then we will discuss regarding the tips to check background and references. Okay, all right. So, firstly, let's study the definition of recruiting. Recruiting is the process of finding quality candidates for positions within a business. It can be lengthy process where recruiters spend time looking for the people with the kind of skills and personal qualities that match a company's needs. Okay, comparing different types of job recruitment software to find the ideal fit. Obviously, we can't be just depend on one site or one software to hire the candidates. We have to search or research for more and more ways to hire the candidates. Okay, establishing clearly defined standards and expectations for the ideal job applicant. It should not be like, okay, we need salesperson, okay, we need some engineer, okay, and then you will just look out for the applicants who want just the same job, the same profile, right? But besides that, you also have clear mind that, okay, what level of the person you want exactly. Maybe you have some standard, you have some standards like they must be scored 60% in all their exams. You must have some standards that uh, they have they should have some sort of experience of 2 years or 3 years based on the seniority of the position, right? So firstly define your standards and then only go for a job posting and then hiring again. Now, taking proactive steps to integrate new employees with comprehensive onboarding. So, in onboarding, also, you should make sure that you should not expect them to perform in the initial first month, second month, because initial 3 months is only investment zone. where company invests on employee, okay, to make sure that employee is now comfortable in your workplace, okay, and he's aware of all the roles and responsibilities, okay. After the investment zone, the employee then start perform better, and obviously he'll give and he will contribute to the profit to the company. And the more good environment you provide to the employee, the more profit they will create for you, okay. Staying ahead of the latest trends and best practices in recruiting. Obviously, in recruitment during a hiring process, you should not be very harsh to the employees. It should not be stress interview. You should talk to employee more. You should know them. It's not like you're just asking questions and questions, and you should not look very intimidating, right? We all are humans here. So try to be very normal during the interview and ask only relevant questions. Okay. Now, steps for recruiting, right? So the first is attract and source. So as in here, through social media, through LinkedIn, through Naukri.com, through Monster.com, Indeed.com, there are several platforms where you can post and where you can use those keywords that can be more visible to the candidates. Okay, so you should be very careful of the keywords you are using in your job post. Okay, the blogs, the job distribution, everything you should be very careful about, okay, when we are exactly posting job, because what will happen that you will not receive any applicants if you are not especially focusing on SEO, the key, right? Now, converting. The first is employer branding. This is really, really important. If you want top employees, then you have to make sure that your company also comes under top companies, because top employees also want to apply in top companies, right? So not only employees have to brand themselves, employers means recruiters means company also has to brand themselves, okay. Now, branded career page. In today's session, I will be also showing some career page, okay, that are really, really attracting and appealing to the candidates who want to apply for job. Okay, career page optimization is really, really important. Okay, after half an hour, I'll be showing those pages to you. Okay, here in the session only. Now, talent networking. You should also talk to other HRs, to other companies. You should also network with the previous candidates or ask for references, those who are working in your company. Okay, if anyone wants to apply. So through networking also you can get some you should get some candidates. Okay, and then go for analytics, means how many people are viewing your post. So you must have heard of Hirect, right? Hirect, Hirect. So in Hirect app, when you will post job now, then there will be one option that how many candidates are viewing your job and how many candidates are not saving your job post. Okay, so if you see that people are viewing your post but they are not saving your post or they're not talking to you, that means that there is some problem or there are some problems in your branding, in your company post, or the keywords you are using in your post. Okay, now, engage. Engage means when they are applying, you should not take longer than 1 week or 2 weeks to reply, because the candidate who is applying, first of all, he is not only applying in your company, he is applying in 20, 30, hundreds of other companies. Okay, and the company who will reply soon and conduct interview and tell results, obviously, they will be getting hired also in the same pace, right? So do not take longer time to apply, to reply them, and also do not take longer time to shortlist them or conduct interview. Okay, because sometimes companies do take 2 months, 3 months, or 1 month to hire one particular person. Okay, now, during interview, what exactly you have to do? You should do some background check first. Okay, you should check the dates which they have mentioned regarding their job and everything, which I will be discussing in more details in further slides. Okay, so let's move to the further slide. Okay, so this is a recruitment process you can see here on my screen. Stage one, that is define requirements. Okay, requirements means what exactly requirements. Okay, requirements means what exactly, okay, in the candidate. Okay, so they should know English, Hindi, any regional language. Okay, they should know some softwares which you require in the post. What kind of experience you are looking in the candidate. Okay, that is stage one. Now stage two, that how you can attract potential employees. Okay, so for that you need to definitely consider job advertising. Okay, and then branding, right? And in the stage one you can see two terms there: job description and job specification. Job description is what, like, roles and responsibilities employees will be performing, and some companies write 15 to 20 responsibilities that can be really lengthy. So what you have to do, you only have to write 5 to 10 points there in job description. Okay, means the roles and responsibilities they will be doing, and then you can write some salary structure. Okay, and one more tip, that if the CTC is 10 lakh, then it should not be look like they will be getting only 4 lakh in hand. Okay, so don't do that as well. Okay, now job specification is what exactly you require. Okay, which I have told you already within language, and it can also include like experience. Okay, and any other skills you require in the like particular candidate. Okay, now stage three, that is select right people. Obviously there are many tests and there are many interview questions through which you can know who the right person is. But what if the applicants are really in large numbers, like 500, 400, 300? So there you can just do some online test first before shortlisting, and then you can check the resume, and then you can shortlist up to 40 to 50, and then you can do some GD or maybe group interviews. Okay, through that you can shortlist 10 people from 500, and then after that you can have one-to-one interview to them. Okay, now what is the importance of this recruitment? Okay, so the first line here is attract more candidates to apply in the organization. Okay, process which links employers with employees, increase the pool of candidates for job at minimum cost, determine present and future requirements of the organization with proper planning, and the fifth is to provide good quality people to the organization. So I don't think there can be any doubts in this slide, so I am moving further. All right. So this is really important topic which we are going to discuss, that is sources of recruitment. Okay. So you can see on my screen that there are two sources, that is first is internal and the second is external. Okay. So according to the name you can see here, in the internal sources, present employee, transfers, promotions, demotion, and retired employee, these come under. Okay, so what exactly it is? Firstly, understand. See, when we are recruiting, then we can do two things, right? Either hire from outside sources, right? So basically, personally I'm saying that if you are promoting your own employees, then your employees will trust you and they will feel that there are growth opportunities in the company. Okay, so firstly you should go for internal sources. Maybe there are some present employees who can be transferred in your own branch, or who can be promoted to the more higher position. Okay, to do that. Okay, now, external is obviously with advertisements, education institutes, placement agencies, outsourcing, employment exchanges, labor contractors, walk-in interview, employee referrals, and job fairs. Means through which you can hire externally candidates. Okay. Now, merits and demerits of internal recruitment. Okay, so merits are what? Obviously, employees will be more motivated, right? Because we know that we might get promotion. So obviously with more promotion comes more salaries, with more promotion comes more and more perks, right? Now, cost effectiveness. Obviously, it's gonna cost you more when you will hire externally, right? It will cost you more when you will pay for those templates, when you will be paying those agencies to hire more candidates, right? So, internal recruitment obviously is really, really cost effective, and the process will be very simplified because you already know that person, you already trust that person, you just only have to ask them basic questions and you can just get them promotion. Reliability, like trust I just said, and time saving obviously. In job posting process only you invest so much time, and when you already know the person is in the company, then obviously it will be time saving. Now, what are demerits? Obviously, lack of fresh talent means new ideas, right? New ideas. Encourages favoritism. Obviously, let's say that me and my friend both are at same level, and my friend gets promotion, but I do not get promotion, and then I will think that okay, maybe he is manager's favorite, or maybe they are from same town and they have like same hometown. That's why he got promoted because I was performing more better. Okay, so sometimes this will create biasness in your mind, and then you will think of leaving the company because they have this favoritism and all. Okay, limited scope. Obviously, when you are not looking for fresh talents, then you will be just very limited. You know that okay, these person are only, then you will be having a lack of freshness. Like I said in the first point, it's the same only. Religious conflicts. Obviously, my friend got promoted and I didn't, and I know the reasons behind it. I know I performed better. My scores, my numbers are more better. Then this can raise some conflicts in with my friend also and with the manager also who promoted him or her. Now, regarding external sources, so here also there are some like advantages and disadvantages. So advantages obviously new people will bring new perspective, more fresh ideas, like I have said in the previous slide, cheaper and faster than training. Okay, so when you are actually promoting your employee, means those who are in the company, then yes, it's cost effective, yes, is time saving, but they don't know they don't know the responsibilities which they have to do after promotion. So you have to train them, you have to invest time and the cost in their training. But when you are actually hiring for the senior position from outside, they know the things, right? So in training also it will take less time than the internal employees. That's why it's cheaper and faster than training. Now you will hire more professional for the position. Okay, no group of political supporters in company. In company there will be basically no conflicts. They will not think that everything is political and all, and they will be organization already, and they can bring new industry insights. Industry insights means okay, maybe they are from any other industry, maybe they have worked in any other industry, so they can also bring that industry ideas and perspectives as well, right? Now, disadvantages: may not select someone who will fit the job organization. Yes, this can be something that that can be risky also, right? So when you are actually hiring someone which is who is not fit for the job, then it will be time waste for you as well, right? And obviously you will be wasting your money also, right? May cause morale problems for the internal. Yeah, they will think that okay, we have been working so hard, and some other like employees from external sources, they get the higher position job. So what we are doing here, there is no growth, there is no scope for growth, there is no promotion, nothing. So they can feel that way. Now, third is candidates not selected, right? So there are some candidates who will be like thinking that okay, why they are not even interviewing us, or let's say that they have given chance to the internal employees as well and the external candidates as well, and well internal employees will not get selected, they will feel again biased. Okay, longer adjustment or orientation time. Obviously, when you are promoting internal employee, then they are already adjusted in the environment, but when you will hire external employee, they will take time to get adjust, right? So these are some disadvantages of external sources, and I have also explained advantages. Now, this is extra slide regarding email interview invitation example. Right, when you invite someone to interview, you can see firstly you have to define that and you have to mention the position for which you are interviewing. Then you have to mention the date, time and location. Okay, then who will be conducting the interview, you have to put their name as well, and what they have to bring in the interview, like their CV, the some documents you want. Okay, and then your contact number and email if they have to ask something. Okay, so these are the important elements that should be in your email when you actually invite someone for the interview. Now, there are 6 phases. Okay, if you want to recruit someone, there are 6 phases, right? So the first phase is plan recruitment. Okay, plan recruitment, that will take 2 weeks. Okay, that will take 2 weeks. So what can be the the task include in this? So in the first phase there are 3 tasks. The first is form recruiting committee. Okay, means recruiting group, the group of people who will be responsible for hiring candidates. Then review vacancies. Vacancies means demand and supply of the employees, the workforce. Okay, means it should not be like you don't know even that in which department how many employees you need. Okay, when you see that, okay, that company hired 400 employees in 1 year. Okay, and if they are planning to hire 400 employees in 1 year, so they also mention very clearly 400 vacancies. And how do they know that? In every department there is a person that know that, okay, how many people I need in this department for this year. So for the whole year, you should know the vacancies which is needed in your company, how many employees you need in which department. That is review vacancy. So when Tata company also like reveals, okay, so we will be hiring 400, 500 employees in 1 year. So we have around 400 or 500 vacancies. Okay, so because they know that, okay, how much demand is. Okay, now, the third is develop the recruitment plan. The plan should be like how exactly you are going to recruit candidates. So that should take around 2 weeks to analyze the demand and supply of workforce. Now, the second phase includes develop recruiting materials. In materials, there are 3 things. The first is you need to update or develop job description, which includes job summary, which includes roles and responsibilities, which includes specifications, means requirements that we have already discussed in the second slide. Now, the second point, approve recruitment request form, and the third is develop interview selection criteria and interview guide. Obviously, even you will be interviewing someone, then you will be also having some pre-established standards. Okay, so if any candidate is answering something to you, then you have to measure their like answer, and you have to analyze the answer, and you have to mark them or grade them according to their qualifications and the way of presentation, so that you should prepare that on which basis you will be judging the candidates. Okay, that will take 1 week. Now 4 weeks, source candidates. Okay, you need to complete or approve job advertisement, means job posting department. They will give you that, okay, this is a post that you have to post in several companies and several like places or softwares. Okay, so and identify advertising location, means where to post. Okay, then start posting also, and then track how many candidates you are getting. If you are not getting enough candidates, then there must have some problem in your job post. Then develop again. Okay, and post again. Now manage and screen candidates, that will again take 2 weeks. Okay, so after posting, you will screen the candidates, review candidate applications, select candidates for the interview, and schedule candidates for interview. So in reviewing, obviously, it will take time because you have to shortlist the candidates, because you can't interview all 500 candidates, right? Then you have to do some shortlisting through various tests, very online tests, or with their resume or something. Okay, there are many softwares like ATS which can shortlist the resume in seconds. Now interview and select candidates. Okay, interview candidates conduct reference check, like means they have if they have mentioned something about their previous company, then call them, call their manager, ask them how was the employee, why he left. Okay, or if they have fired them, then what was the reason, what is the main reason, then just do some reference check, then select candidate to make a job offer. Now extend and confirm offer. Okay, prepare contract and then confirm start date. So for more bigger companies, it will take that much amount of time. But if the company is not very big in size, then it can take less time as well. All right. Now let's move to the next topic. So now I will be going a little bit more faster. The topic here is 9 quick tips for reviewing resume. Okay, now just give me a second. Okay, so here you can see 9 points, right? Basically, a job candidate resume is like a professional video or something, right? Here they will be trying to impress you with their experience, with their education skills, okay, with their awards, with their projects, certifications, right? Then they will also try to say that what amazing job they have done, or the work they have done in their previous like job or previous internships or in their life or something. So as a manager, it's your job to sort them, to like shift them, or to find the person you want to hire. Okay, and obviously it's not easy task, and it's often overwhelming as well. Okay, so these tips will be helping you to review those resumes. Firstly, you need to understand that what you are looking for. So before even you touch a resume, create a list of the minimum skills or experience that you want. Okay, then focus on keywords. Okay, when reviewing resume, it's easy to find and identify keywords that are relevant to the job opening. And ATS, like I said, they can also work same for you. Then look for grammar and spelling. If a job candidate did not proofread their resume, it's a good sign that they might not have the attention to detail that is really, really necessary for the job opening. Okay, so definitely you can reject the candidate that time only. Now, review experience. Look to see if a resume features relevant experience that includes strengths or patterns. Identify quantifiable data, that means hard numbers and facts that can show you what a candidate can actually accomplish. Okay, that means let's say that if someone like in salesperson they have applied, then they should mention that how many sales or leads they have actually generated for the company. They can say some numbers, they can say in percentage, according to them, like how much they have contributed to the growth of the company. They can say in percentage like 20%, 30%, 40%. Okay, so that is like that impress more, I would say, that is more appealing. Now, check dates. Take a look at the dates to ensure that they make sense and align with the candidate's story. Find more info means, did the job seeker include their contact details, their social profiles, websites? Can you find more information about this job candidate if you want it? Okay. Beware of red flags. Okay. So when you are actually going through all those websites or something, and if anything pops up of the like page or a screen that's an immediate red flag, proceed with the caution. Okay, examine the overall resume experience. Okay, that it should be formatted appropriately, basically means font style. It should not be like if one line is of 12, then other line is of 14. It should not be like that. And yeah, so these are the some tips that can help you to review any resume, and there is no right or wrong way to screen resume. Okay, as long as you get all the essential information, you should not miss anything and you should be good to go. Okay, so give every resume a fair chance, and you must find the perfect person for the job, because every resume tells a story, and ideally a solid candidate will use their resume to grab your attention, and they will leave you wanting to know more about them. Okay, now let's move to the further slide. Yeah, so 7 questions to ask yourself, not to candidate. I'm saying you have to ask to yourself before making any hiring decision. Okay, firstly, you should know that if the candidate can be fit in your corporate culture or not. So maybe in your company, it's not like there is time foundation from 9 to 5. Okay, sometimes you also work till 7, till 6, till 8. Okay, and if the candidate has a family or any issue and they have to leave before 5 or at 5 every day, every single day, and you tell them, no, you today you have to complete your task till 6 p.m. because you have not done it before 5. So that candidate will not be very happy with the job. Obviously he will leave very early. Okay, so you should know that, and you should know if the candidate will be culture fitted or not. Okay, does the job candidate have the enough experience to do the job? Okay, so if the position is something that requires experience, like in research, in analyst, okay, then definitely you should go for experience as well. Did you ignore any hiring biases? Did you identify any red flags during the hiring process? Will the job candidate help drive your business to success? Does the rest of your hiring team agree with your decision? Is this really the best person for the job? So these are the questions that you should ask to yourself, okay, before making any final decision. Okay. Now, there are 13 simple steps to improve your hiring process. Just have a glance on it. Just have a glance on it, then I will just go through one by one. Okay, so here now first point is know what you want. Before you begin the hiring process, determine the type of candidate you want to hire. When you know what you want, it's easier to find people that fit the position. See, hiring the right people, it can be very like fundamental part of any business, right? Because there are million of things that require attention when you are running a business, and hiring top talent is everyone's first priority. Okay, so your business, your company is only as strong as the people that you employ. That you need to understand first. Okay, when it comes to the hiring process, there is a lot going on. Okay, without the proper attention to detail, it's easy to overlook important aspects of the hiring process, and that can quickly, save trouble for your business. And to ensure that everything goes smoothly, you need to improve your hiring process. So these steps will help you to improve your hiring process. Now, here the second point is understand your audience. Target the right audience for your job openings, and you will start to see a higher quality of job applicant as well. Job description. I am again repeating, job description is really, really important, and you need to spend time to write a detailed job description. Candidates should be very clear that what they will do if they'll get a job in their particular company. Okay, so use the job description to screen out unwanted job candidates. Take advantage of the technology, the fourth point, because that's out there. Utilize ATS system, tap into social media, okay, make job announcements, send various emails, thousands of emails, okay, post a job on your career website. And how your career website should be, that also today I will present. Culture and brand. Building a positive company culture and reputable employer brand is a long-term project that plays a major role in how potential job candidates perceive your jobs and your business as well. Okay. Dial in the interview. See, when it comes to the job interview now, don't just wing it. Set yourself and the job candidate up for success. Now, the seventh point here is communication. Communication is always an issue. So make it very clearly what's going on during the hiring process. Whether you email, whether you text, whether you call or post, keep the job candidate up to date at all the times. Personalize the process. See, every job seeker likes to make a personal connection with a real person during the hiring process. So let them know that a human is making the ultimate hiring decision. Ninth point is extremely important, that is watch your reputation. Pay attention to your company's online reputation. If a candidate has a poor experience, they will let the world know. Okay, and if your name is getting dragged through the mud, it's time to focus on damage control. Okay, because even during the hiring, let's say that you have not hired them, then they can just take this up to social media. Okay, and they will just tell the experience with the HR, that how rude that was, the whole process. Okay, so think about your reputation. Don't be rude to any candidate, and make sure you are interviewing also the right candidate. Make sure you are shortlisting the right candidate for the interview process. Okay. Now, the next point is get a second opinion. See, there is a lot of pressure to make a hiring decision all by yourself. Okay. You can't alone take the right decision. And even if you do, you will be having still 10% of doubts with you. So consult with others also and hire in teams. Okay. Then hire for personality, not for skills. See, skills can be taught now. Skills can be taught through training, but personality cannot be taught. Okay. So if you find the right person, just hire them. Okay. Watch the competition. You can learn a lot from the competition. Okay. So evaluate their strong points and avoid making the same mistakes. Streamline the process, that means find out what works in the hiring process and fine tune it until it works like a well-oiled machine. All right, so let's move to the next. Here is 13 elements of compelling job advertisements. So just have a glance on it once. Now here you can see the 13 points that are job title, location, keywords, job description, right? Job seeker, those who want to apply, they only spends an average of 50, or if I will get more accurate, it will be 49.7 seconds reading a job ad. I'm again repeating the line. Job seeker, those who want to apply, they only spend average of 49.7 seconds reading a job ad. And that's not a lot of time to capture a job seeker's attention and get them to apply. So as an HR professional, it's your job to nail the job ad, means the job advertisement. Okay? Because these are essentially your first interaction with a job seeker. So job ad should be in that quality that will grab their attention, that will give them like perfect information about the job, and that can convince them to apply for the job. It sounds very simple, but it's actually really hard to master the skill of writing compelling job advertisements. Okay, so if you want to hire the top talent, so let's move up to these 13 points. The first here is job title. So keep the job title very simple and straightforward. Location means tell them that where they will be working. The third are keywords. The right keywords will catch the eye of job seekers, and it will find your listing via search engines like Google or job boards. Okay. Then job description. Describe the daily responsibilities of the job. That should not be very general. It should be very specific according to your company. Okay. Then give a brief description of the company. Then the sixth point is requirements. Describe the perfect job candidate experience, certifications, skill sets, etc. Salary and benefits. Overall compensation is a major factor that job seekers consider. Provide them additional information, like is there something that they need to know. Okay. Time frame. List any application deadline that apply before 6 January, apply before February. So start date, end date, when will like what will be their starting date, everything you should let them know. Then contact details, that let people know who posted the job and how they can request more information. Then directions on how to apply. So job ad is worthless unless the job seeker knows what to do next. So be very specific on that. Provide helpful link that can provide them more info. Then if you are using an online platform, then put some videos, some photos that can tell the story of your brand, your company, and if there are other job openings as well. So hope these elements have helped you. Now here are the 11 common hiring mistakes that will cause major headaches. Okay, here you can see, just a second. Okay. Yeah. So, see, one of the biggest risks you will face as an employer is hiring the right people. Hiring is not that tough, but hiring the right people, obviously, it is. Okay. So, when you hire well, it can basically help your business ahead of the competition. And when you hire poorly, it can cause your business to suffer major setbacks and loss as well. The fact of the matter is that the people you hire can make or break your business. And when it comes to the hiring process, it's your job to choose the right person for the job. And it sounds so simple, but it's really challenging, because there are many factors that can go into making a hiring decision, and it's very easy to make a common hiring mistake that can cause you these major headaches, right? But yes, like no matter how perfect your hiring process is, there is always room of improvement. And here are the 11 points. Okay, the first is being unrealistic, not understanding the job you are hiring for. Lack of interview preparation means you don't know what to ask to the candidate, and you have also not reviewed their CV. Then poor communication skills, hiring out of desperation. Okay, candidates, we are not getting candidates, let's just hire anyone. Okay. Terrible employer brand means you already there are many terrible reviews of yourself and your interview experience on the Glassdoor platform. Okay. Then not targeting the right audience, hiring for experience, not personality, lack of adequate screening, rushing to make a decision, and waiting too long to hire. Okay, so if you are guilty of any of these common hiring mistakes, then it's really important that you should minimize these risks, and it's important to dedicate a team of HR professional. You should hire a team and focus that exactly what you want and avoid these mistakes. Okay, because the pros, the good HR, they know that what can go wrong, and priorly they avoid these. Okay, so I would say do yourself a favor and minimize your risk of making any of the hiring mistakes. Okay, now let's move further. Okay, so this is something that I wanted to present. Okay, just give me a second and I will present you some of, not all I would say, but at least some of the career pages these links have. Okay, give me a second. So I am opening Adobe and then let's redbull.com. Okay, so I'll just present their career pages right now. It will take only some, I would say, minutes, few minutes or few seconds. Okay, just wait. Screen right now. So you can see their career page right here. Let's create experiences that matters. Bring your talent to Adobe and help us create the future of digital experiences. Find a career. Then they will bring some video and they'll play it. Here they are showing their culture. If you observe carefully, there is one guy who is not from India and there are some Indian people. Okay, they are showing diversity, right? Here, all the regions to bring your career here. We are an equal opportunity employer. Learn more. Means if you're interested, you can just press here and then you can learn more. Join us. You can just read all of this, right? People, purpose, pride. Okay. So here they are telling about their work culture and obviously some of the quotes they will say, and these are the part of employer branding. So what awards, what recognitions they have received, right? So it's all here. An equal opportunity employer. Past facts. Here are the brief information which I was talking about. A quick overview of our history, leadership, key stats and products, and then these. Right? Now I will be presenting Red Bull career page. Give me 2 seconds and I'll just present it. Your journey starts here, right? It's interesting. It's like it will make you want to watch again and again, right? Here, now I'll just scroll down. Here you can select your team, and then after that you can just log in here. Also, you can see your products, right? Then here they have just posted about their vacancies. So right now looking for accounts manager. Okay. In what locations? 744 more jobs are there. Join the team. We are more than 12,000 people in over 170 countries. This is a part of employer brand. Giving wings to people and ideas since 1987. It is brief history about the company. Okay. Then you will scroll some more. You will be giving some more information. Pages. And now I will be coming back to like go by yourself only. Okay. Screenshot. I'll give. Then you go by yourself only through these career pages. Okay. To learn about the employer branding, to learn about how you can prepare more compelling career page of your website. Okay. All right. Now this is the HR department structure where like one is HR director, then recruiter, employee relations, compensation, training, and then health and safety. Human resources, live online training. What you are going to learn in this whole training program, that will be skill upgradation, compensation management, negotiation skills, and much more. So these are the trainings which we provide in HR whole program for 6 months to 1 year. So negotiation and bargaining, soft skills, team management, organizational behavior, recruitment and selection, performance management, talent management, diversity and inclusion, compensation management, and workplace health and safety. These all programs are available in our training program of HR in DG Grow Hub. So what else do you need? We have a stronger support system with live chat, Facebook community, video calls. We have many positive reviews on Google, Facebook, Instagram, Glassdoor, then LinkedIn. You can just check it also. These are some reviews which our students say. And also we have many testimonials, many success stories on YouTube, which you can also go through our testimonials playlist on YouTube channel. Then we have a live webinar recording of all the other training which we provide, like in financial planning, in ethical hacking, in WordPress, or in website designing, or in the stock market, psychology, nutrition. You can just check here in live webinar recordings playlist on YouTube channel of DG Grow Hub. Then we have master program of 6 months of HR, which you can learn from your home only. We have online live lectures from corporate trainers. You will be having basically free access to online support community, 2 weekly doubt sessions with experts, 2 months internships, LMS to track your course implementation. You will be having amazing lectures worth 8+ lakhs in only some few thousands, I would say. Okay. How will your training work? First stage, you will be learning concept, then you will be practicing, you will be giving exams, and you will get internship, and then you will receive certificate. Now, these are the benefits of the corporate internship program. Like, you will be receiving the skills and knowledge, experience, job skills, practical work background. These are some benefits of internship program in DG Grow Hub. Now, why choose DG Grow Hub? Because DG Grow Hub has a placement partnership with various big companies. And in short, we provide the students the desired image, the direction, the destination, when and where and how to use their skills. Right? There are a million of jobs available. It's not like jobs are not there on LinkedIn or Knocking.com or Indeed.com. You should have correct skills to apply for them. And DG Grow Hub has a large connection in placement department and of the many companies. So obviously we'll help students, and we also already helping students in getting job as well. That's why DG Grow is a job-oriented online platform. And why choose DG Grow? These are some highlights you can learn from home. There are video tutorials, and it will be totally live and beginner friendly. Obviously, we teach from beginner level, and if you are already advanced, then obviously we'll give you advanced course certificate, live projects, lifetime access you will be receiving from our LMS. Placement assessment, that is the main highlight of DG Grow Hub. Then doubt clearing sessions, and you will be receiving downloadable content as well. So if you are also too busy, like this, the person here is offering wheels and they still want to pull the cart by themselves only. So here we are offering you wheels. So you should use it, and you should save your time and obviously move forward in your career. Then certifications recognized everywhere. This is a template from DG Group certificate, and you will also receive government recognized certification because we are in collaboration with RCS Education, that comes under Ministry of Corporate Affairs. Then here in DG Group also there are many vacancies in business, in website designing, and you can also go through this DG Grow Hub career page. Okay, and there you can found some forms as well, and like how many vacancies we are having with location. You can apply there if you or your any references are looking for job. Okay, so you can just go on DG Grow Hub website and go on career, and then you will be having this option. You just only have to click apply now, and it will direct you to Google Form page, and there you can fill the form, and you can expect the call of the interviewer or recruiter in max 1 or 2 days. So thank you so much for joining the webinar. If you have any further questions regarding all of the topics which we have covered, or if any feedback is there which you want to give me, feel free to chat. Okay, I will be here for next 3 to 5 minutes. If you have anything to share with me or ask me, just let me know. Okay, and I will be sending here the link for the certificate as well. Okay.